Hey guys, it is Tuesday and I'm about to show y'all the garden. I want to get it done because it looks like it's going to rain again. It's very cloudy, overcast, but it feels so good out here. It's not hot at all. Humidity does not feel bad at all. It's just a slight wind, so it may be that y'all hear some wind noises in this video, or this part of the video, but I want to show y'all the garden. Yes, it has weeds, but that's okay. We always have weeds in our garden. It's just life. So let's get out there. Okay, so here are the peppers in the front of the garden. They are still looking good. There's those 4 and then that 1. And I did show y'all that I had cut some of those. I need to come out and do some more because there's more that have gotten big and overgrown and all that, but that's okay. Oh no, the tomato plant is broken. Oh no, the wind got pretty bad last night at times. Maybe I can go get a clip like that one and put it up further and it might be all right. I don't know, it may or may not. If that part dies, the rest of it's still alive, so that's okay. All right, so there's that one, and here's the rest of them. They're looking good. Woo, this is really very soft. The garden soil is because of all the rain. But I wanted to show y'all we've got some more blooms here. I am really hoping that today we see some baby tomatoes on the one we saw blooms on last week. We'll see though. We haven't got there yet. But there's that one. They're looking really good. And see, there's lots of little blooms. Look at that. I don't know if it's gonna focus. Oh no, it's not gonna focus. Let me see. Show me the baby tomato. I can't like make it focus and hold my hand behind it at the same time. Anyway, there is a baby tomato there. Trust me on that. Let's see if I can do it like this. There we go. I'll figure out this videographer stuff one day. But that's the first sign of wonderfulness happening. But anyway, the tomatoes are looking really good. Even if we have nothing else, we have tomatoes, plants growing. That pepper now looks like the other one, the way it was all muddled and stuff. I can't remember. I still haven't looked to see what that was called. And we don't know what has gotten this one. We can't find anything on it that has eaten that one or that one. We're kind of thinking it may be slugs, but I'm not sure. So we're probably going to have to do that trick with the cheap beer. We'll just have to go buy some cheap beer or something. If you put a little bowl out with cheap beer, the slugs will go in it because they're attracted to it, and you don't have to worry about that. But this has got something's been eating it too, and that tomato plant too, and that one too. Now that I look, okay, I don't know. We're gonna have to stand that one back up. I don't know if it ever had a clip on it, but we got plenty of those clips, and they have them at the Dollar Tree if I need some more. Well, they may hopefully have them. And there's that one okra and that one zucchini. It has some little blooms. Don't know if it'll ever do anything because honestly, zucchini and squash, we've never had any good experiences here with them, but we always try. But yeah, there's our little garden update. That's what it looks like. It is feeling so good out here today. Feels really nice. We did have one of our chickens yesterday whenever Jeff went out yesterday evening to check on them. One of our girls had died. They are older. It was one that Jeff's friend, his dad, had given us, and he didn't know how old the chickens were. But yeah, we lost a chicken yesterday, but I figured it was going to start happening. Chickens' lifespans are not super duper long anyway. So yeah, I don't know how long we're going to have the ones we have, but I don't know if we're going to get any more right now because since we're thinking about, which I know it may be a year or two before we ever move, and there's no sense in putting certain things on hold for that, but since we are looking more now for property somewhere else, I don't know if we're going to get any. I want to, but I don't want to. It's that kind of situation. But we'll see. Anyway, I'm still going to be trying to downsize some more though. But yeah, I'm going to get inside, and I don't know what else I'm going to be showing y'all today. I know I need to do the dishes and fold some clothes that I washed yesterday and dried last night. So I need to do that, and then tonight we're having beef tips and something for supper, but I'm not sure what. Also, something I learned about onions, whenever they bolt, you don't usually get the seeds the first year. Some of these have been out here since last year, and the rest of them have not. So the first few are 2 years. This is the second year, and then the rest of them are this year. So I don't know how it's going to do, but I know for sure that I am going to always try to keep green onion planted because it's so easy to grow. And I grew this from stuff that people would usually throw away from their kitchen scraps. So the onions, anyway, y'all know that, I showed y'all. But anyways, this is my garden. It's starting to sprinkle. I'm going inside. Okay guys, it's been several hours, lots of hours, and I've done nothing because I've been fighting a headache. It came with this weather. I'm sure it came with this weather. So I need to do things. So I'm going to get the dishes done. At least that part will be done, and then I'm going to fold the clothes. And then I'll start supper a little bit after that. It's like 3:20. But yeah, because of this headache that I'm still battling, I just haven't felt like doing anything, so I haven't. I haven't even read or any. I've done things, but not anything that I'm sharing or whatever. And yeah, so let's get some dishes done so I can at least have something accomplished today. I did film a video though, and Miss Daisy's coming to see me now because I'm talking. So dishes. Should have done them last night. I didn't.
What you're putting in, all your hopes and efforts are all in vain. Who will pick you up when you've lost everything? Does it all become for granted with a wedding ring? Things
Okay guys, we are getting supper started. Jeff is peeling potatoes and I'm about to cut up some onion and get the garlic prepped. We're going to have beef tips, loaded green beans, and roasted potatoes. Because we wanted roasted potatoes yesterday, but I had the cake in the oven. So we'll be doing them tonight. And I'm going to go ahead and cut up the onions. I have one of the red, purple, and then these two. And we're going to need green beans for, no, we're going to need onion for the green beans and the beef tips. So I'll let y'all watch me cut them up, I guess. Oh, also the washing machine's going, the dishwasher's going, and I have the oven on preheating for the potatoes.
We've been waiting around for too long for something to show. Same old places and faces of people with nowhere to go. But we're not like them, we are better, both you and I know. Grab your car keys and jacket, 'cause honey, we're ready to go. Let's get in the car and you'll drive. We're leaving tonight, away from these streets and the cold buzzing neon lights. Been keeping our heads above water, struggling and striving. We ain't gonna turn back this time, we'll just keep driving. You've got one hand on my knee, one hand on the steering wheel, worlds passing by outside. The flickering light of the white lines in the corner of my eye. I'll never leave your side, I'll never leave your side, I'll never leave your side. The windows are rolled down, the radio's on, and my eyes are open wide. I'll never leave your side, I'll never leave your side. We got no money, but honey, we got nothing to hide. If worst comes to worst, I'll be Bonnie and you can be Clyde. We've got two hearts ready to fire and enough ammunition. A 62 hardtop DeVille with a 4-speed transmission. You've got one hand on my knee, one hand on the steering wheel, worlds passing by outside. The flickering light of the white lines in the corner of my eye. I'll never leave your side, I'll never leave your side, I'll never leave your side. The windows are rolled down, the radio's on, and my eyes are open wide. I'll never leave your side, I'll never leave your side. I'll never leave your side, I'll never leave your side, I'll never leave your side. The windows are rolled down, the radio's on, and my eyes are open wide. I'll never leave your side, I'll never leave your side. Oh, I'll never leave your side, I'll never leave your side.
The cutting board off. I put it in the sink. Okay, so now I'm going to start assembling everything. I've got my pan for my green beans, I've got my pan for my beef tips, and I've got my pan for my potatoes. And I'm going to put the potatoes on here first. You'll call it if you want it. I'm going to put some avocado oil on here. You sure this is enough potatoes? Because we usually do more than this. Jeffrey? We usually do more potatoes than this. You sure this is enough? Do what? Okay. Yeah, he's doing some broccoli too. Sorry that thing's going to be loud, but I can't help it. I'm washing clothes. Alright, salt and pepper. And then I'm going to get some butter, which I have no more in the dish. So I'm going to get some unsalted butter, which it can be salted, unsalted, it doesn't matter. Alright, so before I put any butter on here, I'm going to mix this together some and spread it out, and then I'm going to put the butter around on the potato, or beside the potatoes, on the potatoes, however it falls. Doesn't really matter, because it's just going to melt down on it anyway. And I really should have cut the sweet potatoes, all of them, bigger than the others, because sweet potatoes take a lot less time to cook than the regular potatoes. Alright, so I'm just going to put a little bit of butter around, and while I'm getting this butter, like while I'm got it out, I'm going to put a little bit in each one of my pans over there, because I need some for the green beans and I need some for the beef tips. I have avocado oil in the pan that I'm doing the beef tips in, and I'm going to put some avocado oil in the other one as well. That in there. Go ahead and turn on this pan. I'm putting these in the oven. So on 400. Alright, so I'm going to scooch y'all closer. And as soon as this pan gets hot, we're going to start the beef tips. But I got to get a couple more things out. Okay, so my butter is melted and it's ready for the beef tips to be put in. So I'm going to put those in. I need to wash my hands, please, sir. Alright, so I'm going to start putting seasoning in here. I'm going to put some black pepper. Some of the garlic and herb, the Flavor Mate garlic and herb seasoning. Seasoned salt. Worcestershire sauce. There's not even enough to put back in the refrigerator. There ain't even any in there. Alright. We gotta put some more in the refrigerator. The onions that I sliced this way, both kinds. Which this one seems to have some spot I don't like, so put that in there. A little of the garlic, probably a little over half of the garlic. Pretty good bit of it. What is it? Yeah, that's garbage. We need to put some more in the refrigerator. Now I'm going to stir this together so it can cook. And I'm going to go ahead and get the other pan going for the loaded green beans. I'm using canned green beans this time, and you can use any kind of green beans you want. You use fresh, frozen, or canned. If you use canned, drain them. If you use fresh or frozen, they are going to take longer. The fresh takes the longest. They're going to take longer to cook, so you got to think about that whenever you start cooking. So the way I set this up, I hope anyways, the potatoes, that's what's going to take the longest to cook, and then the meat, and then the green beans. So that's why I started them in the order I started them. I did not cut that well. I'll eat it too. What you talking about? I like the big pieces. He said it'll be alright. You just trying to throw my green beans away? He finna get a whooping. He had grabbed my green beans. No, I ain't. Do you see any beans in that pan, man? Okay then. Alright, so just gonna let this cook. And then I've got this on. And I think I'm going to have too many onions for this, but that's okay. We can always put whatever I have left away. It's been a while since we had the loaded green beans. That's why I wanted to do it. Let me get the camera so y'all can see what all was going on. Now you can see both pans. Can't see them both perfectly, but you can see them okay. Alright, so I'm going to let this butter melt, and once it gets melted, I'm going to put my onion in. I'm just going to go ahead and put some in there and let it start cooking, because that's what's going to take the longest is the onion. And then the rest of this we'll put away for another meal. Will you put some saran wrap over that, or else transfer it to a bowl with a lid? I'm not going to put the garlic in quite yet. I'm going to wait a little bit before I do that. And if you were using bacon that you're going to have to cook right now, you would go ahead and cook that before you ever put your onion or anything in there. And you could use that instead of the avocado oil or olive oil. We use one of those two. But since I'm using bacon that's already cooked, I don't have to worry about that. But I am going to go ahead and just put like a handful of that in there. Not a giant handful, but just some. A few slices maybe. Towel needs to be changed. Okay, so I might need to turn this up some more. Might not have it on high enough. I don't know. But this doesn't have to cook fast or anything. It's just got to cook. I try to time my food to where that it will get done about the same time. And if I had the little sweet peppers, I would put them in this too, but I don't have any, and I didn't get any. I started to get some yesterday, and then I was like, no, I'm not going to get any. Well, I regret it now, but that's okay. Those little sweet peppers in this is really good. And I have done beef tips and rice and stuff like that on my channel before and shown y'all how I do this, so this is not new. In fact, none of these things are new today that I'm doing. It might be new to some of you, but not all of you. Okay, so I've got this started real good, and I had forgot to cut up a tomato, so Jeff cut me one up. And I have also stirred the potatoes one time. That's what I normally do. So I'm going to go ahead and put the tomatoes in here. I don't know if I said potato or tomato about this, but this is a tomato, definitely a tomato. And I'm going to put the green beans in. These are some of those that we will not be buying again because we don't particularly love the size of them because they are all just so tiny and they're like, I don't know, but they were cheap and that's okay. Now I'm putting the garlic in. And I'm going to put a little bit of this salt and pepper mix, but I'm not going to put a bunch because we just don't need a lot. But I do want pepper in it, and this is mostly pepper. But I did add salt to this last time we did fries, so I don't want to add too much. Because we do not need a lot of salt in this. Actually, let me just grab this pepper and put a little bit in there. And yes, we can still taste our food even though I put pepper in it. It's very good. Pepper's good for you too. So, now I'm going to just stir this up. And I really don't even know if I usually put anything else in here until it gets to the cheese part. Because I can't remember. It's been so long since I cooked it. It's my recipe, but I can't even remember how I did it. But I do have it written down, so I could go refer back to that. Or actually it's typed up. In fact, I think I did a printable, but I don't remember. Jeffrey, can you make sure I have some of that shredded Parmesan in there? If I don't, then I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to have to do something. I think we got some in the freezer. Alright. Now, I'm just going to be letting the tomatoes cook and the onions finish cooking and everything else heat through. Let the garlic cook in there. Okay, I don't need it right this second, but thank you. And in a little while, right before time to eat, we'll put some Parmesan cheese on top of this. And it'll be delicious. I will probably stir it again, but not much. And I'm fixing to turn this way down because it is done. But I've got to wait on the potatoes to get done. Well, it's almost done. I want it to cook a little bit more, like the onions cook a little bit more. But it could be eaten just like it is right now. But I like the onions to get cooked some more. So, I will be back whenever we have everything on the table. Okay, so here are the roasted potatoes. And the broccoli Jeff cut up, the beef tips, and that is the green bean, the loaded green beans. The cheese is not all the way melted, but we don't care because it doesn't have to be. But anyway, that's our supper for tonight. Okay, so with that, that's all I have for this video. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I do appreciate it. If you like this video, go ahead and do all the YouTube things. If you didn't like it, do them anyway. You might like something I do later. Most importantly, leave me a comment down below. Let me know how you're doing. And remember, don't take any wooden nickels, and be sweet.